everyone. I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe. Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone? And this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? It's another episode of Next Level Thinking. You know, we always bring inspired guests. You know, it's your host, Chris Holmes, as always. Today I have with me
Neith Knight. How are y'all doing?
With the flavor and the personality and much more. So we're going to go ahead and dive right into it and just tell the audience a little bit about yourself so they can become a little bit more familiar with you.
Yes, how are y'all doing? My name is the Goddess Neith Knight. I have a YouTube channel known as The Blackest Truth. I own a business known as Moriet and Cessus Designs. I am a recent graduate of Sam Houston State University. I have a biology degree with a minor in Spanish. So currently I'm just going into the next chapter of my life, really excited about growing and taking over the city.
Oh, nice. You know, now they're pretty much a little bit more well-rounded, but let's dive even more deeper. So where did all of this start? Because, you know, everything has, like, influence, something motivated and much more. You didn't just pop out and be like, hey, here I am.
Yeah.
So go ahead and do that little backstory to the audience a little bit.
Surprisingly, always having kind of like a background, upbringing where I was really taught to be proud of my roots, taught to be proud of my ancestry and my culture. And then, leading to Sam Houston, I joined...
Now, you ain't going to just sit there and jump all over like that. Now, you hit something very important, which is being proud of yourself and culture. A lot of times, like, when you go into the outside world, you don't have resistance because things are different. But hit on the importance of being proud of who you are, because I feel like that's very impacting to success, because you're loving yourself and you are being empowered and much more. You know, that energy starts here, but if it's not, you ain't gonna be having momentum to go forward.
Yes, it's very important to know exactly who you are. It's like the quote that Marcus Messiah Garvey says, without confidence, you're twice defeated in life. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know your background, if you don't know the things that you accomplished in the past, then you'll kind of be living your life with this idea of perhaps I could be this, perhaps I could be that, maybe.
So it's basically just floating around.
Yeah, you'll be in limbo. You know, you won't really know that I'm a descendant of Imhotep, the world's multi-genius, you know, who gave us the quote, eat today and be merry, for tomorrow we die. You know, if you don't know your history, you could never know stuff like this. So, you know, just growing up with an idea of my culture and my dad being very influential, taking me to the shrine of the Black Madonna.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, H-Town. So, you know, and then just over the course of my life, growing up as somebody in Houston, Texas, and then, like I said, going to SAM, I joined the organization known as ASA, African Students Association, where that took it another level deeper. I got to know a little bit more of my history from a continental aspect, and I think from that point, I learned, like, oh my God, so many things I had saw in books or I had read or I seen on TV where it's totally fabricated. Totally fabricated.
Like, okay, so what are those top three things that, like, literally just, like, changed your mind? Because, you know, like, you were saying that, but, like, what really, like, kind of like, wow, like, I didn't know it was like that.
Okay. The first thing was when I saw the actual landmass or actual picture of Africa. I remember my homegirl was showing me, like, the beach, and I was like, there are beaches in Africa? And she was like, yes, there are beaches. I was like, there are beaches in Africa? Like, because when would I have ever seen a beach? I didn't see, you know, Nairobi and Kenya and all of these gorgeous places. You know, I didn't know that you had certain lands in Nigeria that you had to get to on boat. You know, going to college and learning about this continent was crazy. The second thing was also the sense of family. The sense of family, how I talk to my mom every day, how I talk to my dad, how, you know, when my grandmother comes to the town, she stays with me, you know, and it reinforced it takes a village to raise a family. I think even having a roommate who was Nigerian, who was African, home every day, her being on the phone with her siblings, I'm like, so y'all talk every single day?
Okay, so I'm going to go a little bit more deeper, and I'm not going to forget the third one.
Yeah.
But What is the biggest difference from what you were learning at that time to like what we're seeing today in American stories?
Okay.
Because I know this is gonna be like, ooh, I didn't. As you say, like your words, like talk to your family every day. So that just right there just reinforces like this point where families here don't really talk as much.
For example, it shows me how far we've come, being kind of like what I would call domesticated in America. When you think about like the zoo, when you have animals who are shipped from all types of places of the world, and they learn how to live in an environment in a zoo. And after a while, it becomes their life. And then when they go back to the natural environment, they don't know how to conduct. Yeah, they don't know how to act. They don't know how to conduct themselves. So I think that's what I saw. Like, wow, our sense of fatherhood, our men feeling like it's their responsibility to lead and provide. It's very few African men from any country within, the continent of Africa that you won't find that understands that it is his position to lead. You have women who once they enter into a marriage and they have offspring with the man, they're not leaving their husband. No matter what, I'm serious, no matter what happens, they make a finite decision to keep their family together.
That's deep.
Yeah.
But it makes a lot of sense because, it takes the man and the woman to raise a family.
At least a healthy family.
Yes.
The healthiest possibly. Even with a father and a mother, you still can't guarantee that your children are healthy up above.
But you increase your chances.
Exactly. The likeliness of them being productive members of society increases. So, college was just an amazing experience. But org was an amazing experience. And I think third, I learned that Africa wasn't poor.
Bingo.
Africa isn't poor. Africans got more money than we do.
And I think when it really comes to that is media promotions and portray. Because anytime you hear and I'm just being bluntly honest, Africa, you think of poor, the commercial, you see donate this disease, feed these families. You never see the beautiful locations,
exactly.
The history and all things like that. Even in history, this is coming from my opinion, how they teach about Africa in the educational system is not as seen as glorious. It's seen as almost like, a kind of underneath country that's trying to reveal and doesn't have any kind of structure or just like animals.
Yeah, and that's exactly how it is. I think it's one of our proverbs, one of the African proverbs is, until the lion gets to tell the story of the hunt, the story of the hunter will always glorify him. The story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. And I think, it's so unfortunate that a lot of the stories have been kind of muddied up or been tarnished, or you don't even know that some of the people that you're learning about in history look just like you. I was talking to a good friend of mine who's an artist, and she was like, did you know that Basquiat was black? And I'm like,
this one is black?
Excuse me? And she was like, yes, the famous artist Basquiat, he's a black man. And I'm like, when was somebody going to tell me this? Exactly. And that's just it. Nobody's going to tell us our history. Nobody's going to tell us the truth of it. Riding down in Houston just this past weekend, learning about Freedmanstown, which was once Fourth Ward and now being gentrified, and the bricks laid out by free African people.
I didn't even know that.
Reverend Jackie Yates. All of this history. And I'm calling my parents like, did you know about this? When were you going to tell me this? Did you think they were teaching
I
this?
didn't even know.
So that's unfortunate. So many crucial jewels just get lost in stories and books and people.
Now I gotta go. You hit something real deep right there. You said books. Now the whole famous quote is, if you want to hide something, put it in a book.
Put it in a book.
And I think that is one of the biggest issues, especially today, because we're like, oh, read this book, whatever, man. I'd rather just watch TV and things like that. YouTube and things you can get a lot of information from Google, YouTube, but don't forget about the original source. And then the worst thing of it, and that's why I'm glad you're doing research, is if somebody doesn't seek to find that information or those documents, in due time it's almost destroyed.
Exactly.
And you can't find traces of it. That's why a lot of times when people like, you know, we watch documentaries of Egypt and much more. They find all these documents and things like that. And they just reveals even more of the history and things and much more, and putting like all the pieces together. But it took someone actually going to those places and be like, we thought this, be like, yeah, I know we did, but clearly that was wrong.
Exactly. Information updates itself. The more you learn, the more it's certain things like in science. When I was a senior, that I was learning that my freshman year was not even known. So, you know, science changes all the time, information changes all the time, and the importance of books. I think books are probably, I would say, the equivalent of breathing. Like what oxygen is to the body and breathing is what books are to the mind. Like you truly need to be updating yourself and consistently working your brain muscles to ingest information and learn things. Knowledge is, yes. Eric Thomas said it. Yeah. He said he had no business eating out of a trash can.
Exactly.
He said, you know, get you some discipline. You let you down.
It's like, but it makes that self-reflection because that made me think of something else that we do a lot, and this is like all around. As we're quick to blame others, especially when it comes to our challenges, without taking accountability for our actions. Because if you really think about it, every choice that we do every day determines if we're going to get this much closer to what we should have, or pushes that further back.
Exactly.
And I remember like looking at the YouTube video. This person, I'm gonna kind of summarize it, but he was basically saying like, I want to like maximize everything and take advantage of every opportunity I have, because I don't want to like when my life is written and like and that day comes and be like, job well done, but this is the person you should have become.
Exactly.
Like these choices.
Yeah. And it's just living up to your fullest potential. I think all in all, especially the stuff that I teach about, because it can be so uncomfortable. The topic of like our comfort zones. We don't like to talk about things that make other people feel uncomfortable. Because it gets issues in our community. It's like you gotta talk about it.
It needs to be talked about a lot more often.
Exactly.
Because if you don't, you have this huge elephant in the room and no one wants to address it. Mm-hmm. It's like me and you talking and seeing this huge elephant right there and we're just going to completely ignore it. Even though we know it's there.
It's there. Right there.
But we both feel the energy and we feel the vibes. We know it's there, but you're never going to address it. And
it's like when you want to purchase a home and you got to get your credit straight. Like you can run around getting your credit together, but you can't get to the house.
Yeah.
So, it's certain things that we want to happen in our community that can't really happen until we have these conversations. So I just kind of like try to make them a little bit more digestible. I try to make them a little bit easier to have, open the dialogue a little bit more.
Okay, so like while you're saying that, kind of build up more like what ways are you doing to help it make it more digestible and so the communication opens up, because that's a big part. I believe communication is key to everything. Mm-hmm. But if you're taught and raised a certain way for so long, it's easy to resist it because it's different. Mm-hmm. So what ways are you doing to kind of like make it more easier to be like, okay, I know it's different, but I'm starting to slowly accept it?
Mm-hmm. Well, the solutions that I give, especially like on my channel, on my page, and I'm about to start offering lectures classes before the end of the year, is I put it in, you are the person that has the advantage, because I teach you essentially how to maneuver within a system of understanding. Mm-hmm. If somebody who you're dealing with may not care for you, or somebody may have a negative attitude, or somebody might have a negative disposition towards you, I basically give you solutions on how to live a more peaceful life, essentially how to play the game. Okay. So after all of the videos, no matter what I'm talking about, no matter what the topic is, I try to give solutions. I try to leave books, actual books of scholars that have been written previously, and then crucial essentials for our minds. So one of the things I always say,
so you already jumped to it. I didn't have to say anything.
Yeah, it's live your life. Because we live in a system that is so harsh on us, and it doesn't really care about our dreams and the fact that we want to
Like, this is the way you should live.
yeah, like, you know, this is what we're going to reserve you to, and it doesn't matter that you have a mom at home or brothers and sisters or, you know, maybe a wife who's looking for you. It's essential to live every single day like it's your last. It's essential to make sure you go after that business if it was something that you wanted to start. Go on that road trip or take that vacation just because that's what it boils down to.
Yep.
That's essentially what it boils down
And
to.
taking chances on your life because you don't want to have regrets so much more. And glad you're on that because when it all comes down to is living out your best life and also in happiness.
Exactly.
Because I think that's another big issue, especially when it comes to mental health. Some people I feel like this is normal to live check by check or stress or accepting drama as a normal thing. Like, no, you weren't put on this earth just to be, you know, constantly in discomfort and feeling stressed out. Like, no, you were given a huge opportunity to live your life, you know, how you want to. Now, of course, I understand everybody has different situations where they have to battle, out of it, you know, because everybody has their trials and tribulations and much more. But you can fight and battle out of it if you put your mind to it.
I definitely agree. And it's all a matter of the mind. And, you know, if we're just...
It starts and ends with the mind.
It starts and ends with the mind. It's all up to you, no matter where we are in our situation, even no matter where we are in the situations of injustice, in the situations of where we might be living and where we might be gentrified to. It's all a matter of the mind. Once we get committed mentally, individually, and on a communal, you know, aspect, everything activates from there.
Yep.
So, you know, that's what I'm all about. Live your life, be happy, live it like you only got one life to live. Because you really do, though. Like, you truly only have one life, so like it would be in your best interest to do that.
Yeah, it would only make sense.
Yeah.
So with that said, like any future projects coming up?
Yes, I will be releasing the blog site this month. Whoop, whoop, whoop. I'm thinking about surprising my followers. No, they don't even know that I'm almost about to. They really don't know this because I'm about to hit 10K followers. I want to release my exclusive content and material on my Patreon. So again, if y'all do not know who I am the goddess Neith Knight. Follow me on the Blackest Truth. That is on YouTube. That is on Facebook. That is on Twitter. That is on Instagram. That is on Patreon. Follow.
I see how you sprint on the track video like
Yes.
I saw that.
Get them all in there.
Oh man, drop the mic and much more. So if you could leave an audience with a closing statement, what would it be?
Everything that is needed for us to transform our life already exists.
And I'm about to close up this episode. And I'm pretty sure they're going to probably be asking for another one. As always, it's your host, Chris Holmes, bringing you inspired and great guests to help you take it to the next level. And again, I have
The goddess Neith Knight.
awesome. So make sure that you share, subscribe, watch it on IGTV, Spotify, and all that, iTunes, and much more because we want you to see you live your best life. So make sure you keep it to the next level and peace and much love.
See y'all later.